Okay. Let's make sure we're set up here properly. I think we are. Because here's the edge of the box, which we're inside of. We could fix that just a little bit. There we go. See? We're in our little Skyrim box now. We're ready to go. That's a good point. So for those of you watching at home, that is to say, those of you watching the YouTube, we left at a bit of a puzzler last time. Now I've come up with a way to work our way through this story-wise. Figure out a good way to, make this work and keep a character thread going while not having Ellie turn into a complete psychopathic, murderous maniac. But I kind of want to wait until a few more people show up so they can see that resolution. So let's pause here. Make sure everything's all set up nicely. And I want to check out, 'cause if I'm not mistaken, oh well. Try out the other thing while we're at it.
Force! Force!
Excellent.
Force! Roll! Force! Roll! Force! Force! Force!
I knew it, Phoebe. I always knew you were secretly a Sith. Oh, where is she? We'll have to reload the save anyways. I'm just trying out a few things here. Hey, Isaac. What is up? Thought I'd cure my slightly moist eyes. I always cry when I say goodbye to Dad. I'm an emotional sop. What do you want from me? But, figured I'd cure my teary eyes by setting up a few things here and streaming for my viewers. So now I have to put on a mask, so I am now a robot. Beep, boop. I wonder. By the way, hi Omni. What is up? Excuse me. Strange. Wonder why. Oh well. Still got the wearable lantern on there. Hello, Olivia. The time has come to give in to the dark side of the Force. Truly none can withstand the true might. I can't do it right now. I'm too emotional. Can't be evil, guys. Sorry. I'm incapable of being evil for the duration. My bad. Curious what you guys think of the new position. I think this looks kind of nice, because I'm in the box here. You see this outline thing. This bracket. And now, and I'm behind the text here so you can see that. I'm actually in front of this text, see? Hi, bye. I did. Hey, Baronessa. I'm not sure, Crispin. They might have actually been wiped, but I admittedly haven't seen any activity in that in a long time. So, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, Crispin. Where the M, like, oh, hang on, where's the... Get over here. Hang on, kind of... It... There we go. Oh god, this is such a specific position to stay in. Ugh. Oh gosh. I tried. Oh, thanks, Baronessa. I see how it is. You just don't want to see me admit it. Well, I'm afraid that's tough because I am everywhere. The entire galaxy is mine. Mine. Any questions? Omni, I think most of us do that every day, but I'm curious what you're going to tell me. Hey, Rengu. Hey, G-Man. You know, I really do need some music. Let's just play. Let's play some nice, soothing music. What do you guys say? Yes, this is a good song. Oh my god, Omni! I'm kidding. No judgment. I tried to watch the show and I failed. Although I was surprised at the quality of it, it just didn't appeal to me personally. For the Emperor! You know, somewhere someone else is like, for the King! So here we go. Nice, soothing, calm music. Yeah, this is going to be great. Thank you, Falspice. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, Scottish. Or should I say European? Oh, I'm kidding. Please don't hate me. It's a bad joke. Alright. Yep, this is some nice, soothing music here. I'm ready. Yeah! Hello, Zeiss. Okay, I'm kidding. I do need some music, though. Hi, Titans. You came in at a weird time. But hi, welcome to the stream. As always, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat, engage. Definitely in chat. The whole point of this is the interactive thing, so definitely engage in this. No, she's not, Wrath. I'm just waiting for more people to show up. And that was the song I was listening to right before I started streaming, so... We can get some StarCraft 2 music. I mean, that's a lot more soothing and, you know, peaceful, quiet music. StarCraft 2, right? Definitely some soothinations going on. Where is that song? There you are. There we go. I love this song, by the way. Well, there's gotta be something I can kill! I'll just kill you over and over and over! I think, Olivia, my reaction would be screaming, horror, followed by running scared. Let's get something a little quieter and a little less horrifying. So, let's look at what everyone has been saying here. Well, she kills that guy over and over, and I watch. Interesting, Baroness. It probably took a while, too, I bet. Yeah, Rorikstead doesn't have a lot to kill. I'm actually, almost, like 99% of the time when I come here, there's a dragon attack. The guards will even comment on it. There's a script for it. And I'm actually surprised there's no dragons. I was actually genuinely hoping for a dragon to show up. Yeah, well. I think so, Omni, but don't quote me on that. Crispin, the best advice I could give you is don't be discouraged when you're not particularly successful or popular for the first couple of years. Oh. I'm still debating your question, Isaac. I guess it depends on the individual circumstance, Isaac. Like, in your example, for instance, I'm imagining your character would have stayed in Morrowind, whereas in the actual canon, the Nerevarine, as I mentioned, left for the Akaviri continent. So, it depends on the individual example. My reaction, most times... There you are! Whoa! Whoa! Holy crud, get up, 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 get up! Oh, jeez, get up! Get up! Oh my god, get up! I actually died. I actually died. Because I was so stun-locked by that, wow. So I have Deadly Dragons on. Depends on the circumstance. Usually I will alter my story to fit the actual story, assuming I agree with the actual story. That's the requirement. I have to actually agree with what they do with the actual story. So, you know, for example, Star Wars 7? No. Mass Effect 3? No. Star Trek Voyager? About half of it. You know, it depends. Alright, let's get a real playlist going. I think plenty of people here. So who would like to know... Well, okay. Ah, God, my neck hurts today. Alright. Let's get some real music going, first and foremost. Nobody likes Sonic music, right? Who out there has come up with an idea for how to solve the writing dilemmas we have? Now, I came up with one last night, but I will be sharing that last, because, again, this is interactive, and this is kind of a class. So, yes, I do, Isaac, especially given all that went into it. It makes perfect sense that it would happen. In fact, to be totally blunt, it was probably completely inevitable. It is a shame that Vanderfall is basically gone, but, yeah, it is, yeah. Damn it, Baroness, I'm already running. By the way, I checked, I actually have added 2 new mods since we streamed last night. I actually went ahead and double-checked the count. We're up to 89 right now, 89 mods. Hey, Brennian. What do we got here? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Mugwump, I called it the dark side on purpose. We are pretty much full tilt. We have just murdered several innocent people, including several Imperial soldiers and guards, and just random people. And, and have this whole, it's okay. Right now, we have... Yeah, let's turn off the in-game music, because Screw that. Yeah, there we go. Favorite Fallout game of all time. New Vegas and Fallout 3.
Who's there?
Tied. Okay, I'm... Let's go somewhere else here. But they're tied. We have this sword. It's called Penumbra. It's a beautiful sword, and we picked it up. And Ellie has never used a sword in her life, but for some reason this sword just worked really well for her. She wasn't even sure why. It just really... FOV 90. Whoops, no, too far. 90, there we go. Really worked very well. And really enjoys it, and she's been using it a lot. And then she went someplace where she had to go and kill a whole lot of Falmer. And in the process, she basically took... It was a gradual change, and most of the chat wasn't paying attention while it was happening. But if you pay attention, I kind of changed my playstyle up a little bit to accommodate her increasing bloodlust, as the sword started to encourage more and more aggression and violence in her, to the point where as soon as she left, she was very on edge and titchy, because she had been able to exercise... Think about this from her perspective. She was able to kill all these people, so she felt fine. You know, nothing was wrong with that. All the Falmer. Then she gets to the town, which is Dragon Bridge up here, which we just ran from. It's right up there. And she gets to Dragon Bridge, and she's just walking along, and one guy just says something wrong, and there's this fire there, and it's the guy who refused to come out to buy her wood, and she was just pissed off. And so without any real warning, that tiny little thing sent her off, and she just gutted him right there on the street. And then, because the next person by immediately started attacking her, of course, because she did that, she gutted him, and then killed the next person, and then killed the next person. So she's kind of gone off the deep end in a bad way. But we have two problems facing us, literarily speaking, from the perspective of writing. One is we're a vampire right now, and we have to not be a vampire in order to advance the damn quest, which is dumb, if I'm just being blunt, but whatever. And number two is that we're currently on our murder spree, a rampage of death and destruction. We are not good people right now, and we need some way to pull back from that a little bit. Obviously, now the thing is, most writers, especially early writers, would look at the situation and say, well, have something horrible happen and have her stop and be like, aha! I prefer to have a gradual change, so like we had with her becoming more violent. I mean, that took her a long time to reach the point of actual bloodlust. So instead, she is going to... anyone who says, oh, she's going to stop being violent and horrible right now is going to be dismissed. What we need is some way to get her to stop getting worse. That's the important part here, storytelling-wise. Because if she doesn't get worse, then if she doesn't stop getting worse, she's going to keep killing until there's nothing left to kill. You got it, Groot. Let's kill them all. Now, I had an idea, which is why we're here right now. But I was waiting to see if any of my viewers had any ideas before we move on. Because that's the point. Interactive. See, it says, it's like, it's over there. But, She's actually been killing animals equally with people, Mugwump. No differentiation in her mind. Hey, Cashel. Yes, there was, Omni. I think there was one like that in Morrowind, too. Well, you can't, Baronessa. Although we do have to kind of stretch from the bounds of the game a little bit to implement my solution. Thank you, Zeiss. I was wondering if anyone was going to comment on this new format. Oh no, see, the other thing, Titan, sorry, I forgot to mention this. She is, at this point in time, fully determined that she is going to remain a vampire. That she wants the long-term lifespan, so she's staying a vampire. Yeah, Maz, I had to take out, like, reality. I'm actually living in a void right now. Yay, someone else likes it. Woo! Hey, little Sosa. What's up? Actually, originally it was larger. But I like this because I'm actually in the box here. Do you see this? There's this outlined box here. I know it's probably hard to see, but if you're looking at it at highest quality, you can see it. that surrounds the Skyrim logo, and I'm actually under it, inside it, rather. So, you know. So if I'm up here, it's like, whoa, still in the box. Actually, we should try and... Yeah, we'll fiddle with it later. Anybody ideas? I'm sorry, Cashel. Here, I'll make you feel any better. There you go. Is that better, Cashel? I'm kidding. It's coming back. Screw you. Here, let me get, like, right. It's over here. There we go. There we go. Is this better, Cashel? So, this is Arsene Gaia's roleplay. I'm a cripple again. Not the first time in my life I've been a cripple. I kind of like that idea, Sonia. The problem is, it's not really her idea to be a murdering monster. She's being corrupted by something she doesn't realize is corrupting her. So... That's actually very close to what I was thinking, Isaac. In gameplay terms, I was going to use a mod, which actually doesn't work the way I thought it was. We're going to have to figure out a few things for that. But in gameplay terms, we were just going to have it so that she goes back to Idiot, Isran, whatever his name is, and hides the fact that she is a vampire again. And that's not that out of bounds. There are plenty of cases in lore where someone hides the fact that they are a vampire extensively and over time. That was true even in Oblivion, when you can actually take damage for being a vampire out and about. Plenty of people were vampires and hid that fact from the world. So, I'm thinking that, you know, lore-wise, we're just gonna do that. But I had another idea for dealing with the fact that we're being corrupted by the One Sword. Which is the real problem. We need to stop that, or else the story's basically over. The story ends with her killing everyone in Skyrim. That's not a bad idea, Titans. The problem is we need a lore explanation for why we're suddenly stopping everything that we're working on right now. We have two major plot lines, story-wise, lore-wise, and character-wise, that are going through our head right now. And abandoning those to go do something else, it needs a justification. We need to have a reason for it. Yeah, penumbra's the real problem. I spent a while thinking about it last night. Unfortunately, this mod does not work the way I was hoping it would. Ah. Hey, Sean. Welcome home. Hope you're here to enjoy some Skyrim, because you missed some seriously interesting plot twists, turns. I don't know what to call that. It's not going to work quite as well as I'd like, Grote. Good idea, though. Ah! Well, that could be Mug, but think about how many people we're going to kill on the way there. Which is quite a few, if you think about it. Because we're just going to be killing a swath until we get, you know, basically to Whiterun, for example, and then... Although, actually, she already did have pause in her killing earlier, if you were paying attention. Remember, she killed the one guard who was the guard she's interacted with multiple times in the past, and recognizing his face is what made her pause for a second. Okay, there's got to be a way to do what I want to do here. Actually, this is what I want right here. Yes, in Dragonbridge Wrath. That's correct. Alright, we're going to try something kind of screwy. We'll do that in a minute. We're not going to do that just yet. Because then we need to figure out the other thing, which we also need to figure out how to do this. Because she is staying a vampire. By God. Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. So I have the console commands I need to make things happen, so that's not a big deal. Does anyone else have any other ideas before we just go ahead and I tell you my idea? Really drunk! I like that, Sanguine. And by Sanguine, I mean Olivia. I didn't mean to do that. Just enjoy the view for a moment here. Well, that was kind of boring. I wish that the cloud spells were a thing in Skyrim. They probably are. Someone probably knows about a mod that gives you spells that change the weather. I'd constantly make it a blizzard, no matter where I am. I'd make it into canon, too. Wherever Ellie goes, everything is just blizzard. There you go, Casual. Awesome. Oh, it's the sword, Crispin. It is all the sword. She is at this... You guys voted. You guys voted for her to take the sword. And I told you flat up that means she's going to be consumed by it. So, nothing else for that. And then and then the very next quest she did, and this wasn't planned, but the very next quest she did was her killing dozens and dozens and dozens of Falmer, feeding into that problem. So, yeah. Admittedly, I assumed the sword would become a problem later on, but it has become a problem now. That this is how this kind of interactive storytelling works. Even if you're doing it, even if I was doing this alone, I would still have this problem to deal with. Yes, it was Wrath. And then we phoned a friend, and that friend said, "Give in to the sword." It was a tie twice, too. That's the hilarious part. It was a tie the previous night, and it was the tie the next day. My goodness. Alright, here's my idea. So let's make sure we're at this exact point in time. I want to show off a couple things really quick. Notice, real quick, I want to pause it before she catches up. Serena's not here. Now, in case you haven't noticed, part of the reason Serena is not here is because we have been on it. This is true. I mean, technically I set this up, but this was true before I set this up. In other words, while we were doing our killing spree, she was actually having trouble keeping up, which is kind of normal if you're paying attention. So we got way ahead of her, in other words. Now, so we got the sword out, and we're killing one. We kill these skeevers. They're already dead. I can't recreate it, sorry. So they're dead. We charge into this hut, not even locked. More skeevers in here. And then she lunges on... Ah, crap, hang on. Then she does that to the gentleman who is sleeping there. Now, okay, god damn it, Serena. Why'd you res the guy? She just completely killed what I was going to do with this. The idea I had... There's a gentleman in here, right? She was going to come in here, murder the crap out of this guy, and literally just grab his chin and his upper ribs and rip open and just start digging in and chowing down and consuming all the blood there, because what little sanity is left to her is consumed with the idea that she's experienced this kind of madness before when she went after those bandits. So she knows this is well, she thinks she knows this is the blood man. So she just starts consuming all this blood of this dead man, just gulping it down until this violent rage is going to subside from her. And then it doesn't, of course. A little bit later, because remember, Serena's actually behind us, over there sitting at the table nicely. Yes, I know, Wrath. Like I said, we're kind of stretching the game to do this. He was already dead when you walk in here. But anyways, now Serena, of course, teleports to you when you take a door, but in my idea, she was still a ways behind because she was so far behind, right? Yes, 50 other people say it really quick. So Serena comes in and sees us just doing this horrible, decrepit act, and would just be like aghast and say something along the lines of comparing us to her father towards the people in that hall, which remember we were disgusted by back in the day. And then she would turn on Serena, attack Serena briefly, which would cause her to scream, what the hell, and that would finally be the thing that actually causes us, as we're assaulting Serena, who is not fighting back. The first person thus far who has actually not fought back, which is Serena here, which finally causes Ellie to pause just long enough to, in D&D terms, to do a will save here. I actually did roll a 19, that's funny. To do, to try and recollect her thoughts and pause long enough. She's still in the thrall of the sword, basically, but it is no longer actively feeding into her. She is no longer in critical, going critical, basically. And so she is able to finally sheath her sword, take a few deep breaths, and of course, if this were a story, I'd have her sit here and ask a few questions of Serena. Do other vampires lose their minds to this kind of violence, to this kind of action and whatnot? And so Serena would probably say, well, yes, because vampires do and have done that, which would of course feed more into the fact that it's the vampirism causing her to be like this, not the sword. And so they'd just chat about it for a while, and that would have been funny on me. So they discuss it for a while and try to figure out what they're going to do next. And Serena's over there cooking, and Ellie is brooding over here, just has no idea what to make of herself. Blood still fresh on her lips. See that? And trying to figure out what to do. And she decides she's going to be a lot more consistent about both her self-discipline and her willpower, but to ensure that she's constantly drinking blood, to ensure that she doesn't get worse. The problem still exists. You can't just introduce a problem and destroy it. That's bad writing in general. So the problem still exists. We have to gradually work our way out of the problem of this sword corrupting us. But she's still remaining a vampire. However, we've also introduced a niggle of doubt into her that maybe if she can't control this, maybe she should try giving up being a vampire, which we'll look into later. That was my idea. Feel free to tell me what you think. It's probably terrible. I mean, Kay's terrible, for example, so, that's just one example. Right, so now we're going to cheat. And we're going to cheat because the game is stupid. Or in other words, I don't consider it cheating if I have to do something to make up for a deficiency in a game. Sorry. But what we're going to do, in lore, is we are just going to talk with Serena about the possibility of hiding the fact that we are a vampire, so that when we go back to Isran, he will not be aware of it. Now, we're going to do a save state here really quick. There we go. We are no longer a vampire. Now let's double check to make sure that works, because that command can be kind of buggy. That would have been funny, Omni. Alright, so then she rolls her will save, and she rolls a 1, and she kills Serena. So she rushes here. Very intent on dealing with this situation. Welcome back, Titans. Yeah, it worked.
You have Oriel's bow. I've heard it described in tales, but I could never have imagined its beauty.
I hate this guy. I wish I could kill him.
Indeed, the day hasn't been won while Harkon still walks Tamriel. But what of Serana? Can she be trusted to lift a blade against
Screw you, dude.
her own family?
God, you're an idiot.
I suppose that's as much as I can hope for. Let me address the Dawn Guard and then we'll be off. The men deserve to know that we finally gained the upper hand. Everyone, gather round.
Turn the music down just a bit.
We haven't got all day.
What? He's an idiot. Idiots deserve to die. Remember that, Cashel. All idiots deserve to die. Which means it's over! So we need to vote on something. Yeah, I know, Groat. Like I said, I don't actually consider this cheating. I consider this fixing the game's stupidity. You should at least have an option to talk to him and be like, listen, you know, I'm on your side, I just happen to be a vampire.
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed. Keep your eyes open.
That wouldn't even surprise me, Groat. Oh yeah, I gotta roll to see if I hit myself. I rolled a 1. Well, let me know what you think, Omni. I'm very curious on feedback on that. Hold on. While he's talking, we have a very important decision for you guys to make. Yeah, man, it's way past time to assassinate Rick Berman. That man needs to die. He needs to die and burn. Seriously, though. Seems like a very simple question, but if you're paying any kind of attention at all... You like it, Tyler? If you're paying any attention at all, you probably understand why it is that this is such an important decision. We need to decide during the upcoming fight if she continues to use the penumbra or not. And of course we need to decide why, either way.
We now have Ariel's bow. The gods themselves have favored us, and we must answer with action. The time has come to finally put an end to Harkon and his unholy prophecy. We will march on their lair and destroy those wretched abominations so they can no longer corrupt our world. This is our fight, and this is our fate. This is the tide of the Dawn Guard. Kill the abominations! This is it.
Between the eyes for me. Send the troll after them.
No more. It's time we take the fight to their door. Gather your things.
That's the one I did.
The outside castle.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Watch the back.
Jackass. Alright. You know what, Bowman? Hang on. Die! No, don't run, you... Continue dying! Where'd he go? Damn it, he's essential. Whatever. Anyways, what we're voting on is whether she has finally managed to reach a point, Bulba, where she has managed to sheathe the sword for the first time since she started using it, basically. And she's about to go and fight a whole mess of vampires and a vampire lord. We need to decide if she's going to use the sword during this fight And more importantly, why? Yeah, I don't get that, Baronessa. I genuinely don't. I have never actually sided with the Blades on that. Not once. So let's go ahead. Let's skip the march across the entire freaking country here. And just, you know, zip over there. I knew it, Razulia! Gotta get that grind in. How level you at, anyways? Alright, here we are. See you around, Razulia. So, now, we're paused because we have to decide if we're using the weapon or not. Are we giving in to the darkness? Oh, cool, Crispin. Writing... I'd like that, Titans. Troll's just like... Gotcha, Razulia. You should play Guild Wars 1. It's much better than Destiny. Anyways. So, yeah, we're paused here fully until we decide this vote. SkyX. I noticed that's in a more finished version, Baronessa. I thought about turning it on, but I'm already like levels 15 or whatever, and it doesn't really like it when you continue a game with SkyX. Pay DE. Here we go. I will decline to comment, Bulba. Out of curiosity, do you like it because of the PvP? It's not that, it's just vengeance. A dead. He's not doing any harm, and you know, he just needs to die because screw him. Yeah. God, my nose itches like crazy today. Allergies. Ugh. Okay, what in God's name is that? An armored troll. What? I was being facetious. Okay, we're just gonna... Alright. I'm gonna go and get a quick save in here and try this out. Dark Elf, phrase. Alright, we're back to being a vampire.
We're done with this when none of them are left standing.
Yes, look, it's tall, everyone. Bye! Have fun storming the castle! Okay, seriously, though. I do not own Bravely Default, and I have not played it. Sweet, a vampire hunting dog. That's exactly what I want. Interesting. I'm glad you like it, Bulba. Very likely Titans. Actually, I guess no. Probably not. It depends on where we're going story-wise next, which will be up to the streamers, as it has been with every other major decision that Ellie has made thus far. I think everyone's voted in, speaking of which, so let's go ahead and see where we're at on this. Overwhelming desire to not become a raving, violent lunatic. So, why? There has to be a why. Can't just spontaneously decide to do something. That's basically cheating when it comes to a writing perspective. That'd be like one of the characters suddenly saying, I don't really want to use the One Ring, and just taking it off. Why? Has to be a why. I did see yours, Isaac, so I've got one why. We'll have to see, though. For the children. Why? What does the sword have to do with the children? What does the sword have to do with anything from her perspective? Neck. That's correct, Wrath. Funny how that works out, isn't it? As usual, I have a Y in mind, but I'm saving it till you guys are done. And we should get some good deliberation music here. Aww. Of course, I don't like dogs. Hey, Cumanization. What's up? Whoa. She still has no idea the blade is having an impact on her. Like I was telling people earlier, Kay, if you know anything about the not the Elder Scrolls, the Lord of the Rings thing, the problem is most people don't know the ring is affecting them. You can't resist the ring because you don't know the ring is what's affecting you. Even people who know the ring are affecting you can't resist it most of the time. And then people who think they can actually use the damn thing think they can resist it and can't. Titans has a good idea. I like that. She gives... Oh my god, Olivia! That is the most horrible thing I have ever heard! Oh my god! Ah! Baroness's idea is close to mine, what I was going to go ahead and do. Consumed... Okay, Sean, you're still missing it. She doesn't know it's the sword. So why... She doesn't want to be consumed by darkness. Of course she doesn't. What does the sword have to do with that? From her perspective. For those of you not catching why Olivia's idea is horrifically horrible, the sword corrupts whoever uses it into some psychopathically evil and very powerful individual. So yeah, let's just give it with the child. Yeah, let's just... Ooh, yeah, okay. Oh no, she can still use Majory. No, Baronessa, listen to me. What Olivia said is so evil. Think about it. Think about it. Here you go, honey. Let me give you... Yeah, exactly, Bowman. Here you go, honey. Here, have this sword. Thanks, Mommy. Because the kid isn't going to have any kind of discipline or willpower to resist that thing. She's going to walk out and be like, hey, this sword's awesome, and then kill everyone in Whiterun. I disagree, Kay. Because you don't know that you're being a monster. That's the point of external corruption. Is you don't know you're being corrupted. At least if it's being done properly. It's not like you just snap a finger and I'm evil! You know. Hey, Korgoth. We're determining why it is she's not using the blade. I've seen a couple of good ideas. I like Titan's idea. It's a really good one. My idea is actually worse than his, honestly. My idea was that she was going to... Exactly, Baronessa. My idea was that basically, while the sword has been wonderful, she has been a mage basically all her life. And I have seen a decent chunk of the film Divergent, yes. And she has used... I should give it to Tall. She's used magic all her life. She's primarily a mage. The rogue thing, aka using the sword, it's always been secondary. So now that she's gearing up for this huge... No, Cashel. K is K-Blarg. Now that she's been gearing up for this huge fight against all these vampires, which she's very reticent about, especially the big vampire, she would want to use her biggest guns. And since she's already managed to sheathe the blade, her mind would automatically think that that's the magic, right? And so she'd walk in here and fight magically at first, and then tying into what Titans was saying, she would actually feel different in combat, not actually using the blade as she is. It would still be having an effect on her, because she still has the thing, but it would not be consuming her, because if she walks in here and starts using the sword, she's going to be right back to Monsterville. Which is why I didn't want that to go through, but it was your choice, not mine. So we need some battle music for this whole section, don't we? Let's go with... I have a playlist called Epic. Let's just play this playlist. What do we got here? Where's... Ah, here we go, right here. We'll start right here. So that was my thought. What do you guys think? They liberated. And the barely visible text. I do not know what that is, Bulba. And of course, we are, as Tyler points out, Tyler and Titans both have the same general idea. We have to use, we do basically have to use the bow during this fight. And of course, we would know that in character, too. We just got this bow that has the power of the sun against a vampire lord. We're probably going to use... Thank you, Liberator. We're probably going to use the bow against this thing, so... Yeah. Alright, anyways, let's just charge in here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, 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 no. Not canon. We didn't actually just draw the sword. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, I do too, Mess. Whoops. Oh, gotcha, Bulba. Epic loading screen! This is what we've been wanting to do since we first came in here. Screw this place. This is called tactics. Bottlenecking. Excuse me, Serena, you're invincible. I am very familiar with the Legacy of Kain, Cashel. And Frostmourne, and Soul Calibur. I don't know, Mass. Pick some flowers while we're here. I don't know, I'd have to think about that, Falspice. I honestly doubt I'd be any of them, though. Especially with the whole brainwashing thing. Soul, whatever. It's a soul thing. Okay, I'm actually kind of lost. I don't know where to go. We're no longer at the point where we can turn into a vampire lord, no. Epically lost. Where the crap hell am I going? I actually made a character once named Vivictus. Kind of a coincidence, actually. I was just using the term. Oh, here we go. God damn it. But, yeah. Hey, Permeus. We just missed a few really big character moments.
I see you still favor keeping a pet. Of course I do. You disappoint me so. You've taken everything I provided for, thrown it all away for this.
Oh, I didn't know that, Wrath. We'll have to decide that, then. One or two.
Your voice drips with the venom of those influence. How like you've become.
not afraid of you. Not anymore.
It appears I have you to thank for turning my daughter against me.
Hang on. Let's turn this down a bit while we're doing the cutscene.
I knew it was only a matter of time before she'd return with hatred in her heart. A small price to pay for the betterment of our kind. Yes, yes, always the noble vampire hunter. And what happens when you've slain me? Is Valerica next? Is Serana? Then my daughter is truly lost. She died the moment she accepted a mortal into her life. Yes, quite. I'm growing weary of speaking to you and my traitorous daughter. I'll give you a single chance to turn over the bow to me. There will not be a second. Very well, then. You leave me no choice.
About 20 seconds too early. My bad, guys.
I'm not sure. I'll probably stay with the Dawn Guard for as long as they'll let me.
What?
They're respectable fighters, and I think they see the benefits of having a vampire on their side now.
You call that
Of
power?
course, if you've got any more adventures planned. That's what I wanted to hear.
Join me. And turn me into a vampire. Alright, real quick. She was never actually averse to fire. It was just the vampirism weakness. Good. So, thank you, by the way, for the choice of the music. I just had the timing a little bit off. Is she going to say, make me into a vampire lord? Or not? Let's put it out as a poll. Hey, Bandit. What's up? We need something... where's a victory song? Hang on, I actually have one. Give me a moment. Oh, where is that? I don't actually know where that song is anymore. There we go. Nice kind of a post song here. Now that we've won. It says it right there, Korgoth. Just exclamation... Everyone else is doing it. Exclamation point, vote, space, and then the number. 1 or 2. Depending on your choice. 1 is for yes, choose to become consumed. I mean, become a vampire. 2 is no. Yeah, gotta get our slash fix going here, guys. I agree with what someone said in the middle of the fight, by the way. Who said that? Wrath said it. Yeah, I agree. Serena should definitely be important to Ellie. And vice versa, for that matter. Rohais, there's a game called Oblivion. You've probably never heard of. I'm being serious, though. I would also recommend Dragon Age Origins. It's a bit rough to play, and there's a memory leak issue, but otherwise it's a great game. I should vote just to tie it up if it's close. This is the epic poll. Oh, wrong way, wrong direction. I'm supposed to go this way. Oh, we're definitely going to do some things with Harkon here. Just need to decide this here. It depends on your opinion, Rojas. I personally like Oblivion the best of the big three. You're right, you're right. This is too epic. We need something less epic. Where are we at? Ha! Getting close. Quick, 2 people vote for no. Already done that, Rosulia. Damn it, would you stop trolling me, Rosulia? Leave it to the professionals. we did it! We did it! We tied it up! No, I cannot, Ojunix, because I do not know. I have my own names, but obviously I came up with those. Oh my god, I think we just... No, wait! Is it retied? Haven't played it yet, Korgoth. Nowadays I get 2 every time I sit down to stream. We're epically voting, Shadow. You're right, hang on. Someone requested a StarCraft 2 thing, so let's get some StarCraft 2 music going. Oh my god, look at this! Oh, you're right, I should be appropriately in character, hang on. I can't even read, I'm shaking too much when I do that. So where are we up at here? Where are we at on the votes? Oh my god, look at that! Although we are currently just barely thinking about yes. Yeah, we're gonna be a vampire anyways. We've already decided Ellie... I can't actually talk to that music. We've already decided Ellie is going to be a vampire for the remainder of her days, which theoretically is going to be forever. But whether or not she becomes a vampire lord or not... So whether or not we're going to be a vampire lord is only the real question. We're staying a vampire. That's been determined as part of Ellie's character growth. Let's get one of the only good things about the Transformers movies in here. Exactly, Rosulia. I think that's everyone. I think that's everyone. Oh, it doesn't let me vote. Oh my god, it did! It actually let me vote. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, no! Someone canceled it out. Someone canceled it out. We're here. I prefer Lady, personally, Shadow. That's not the only good part of Unix. The CGI was amazing. And I'm not even saying that, like, in the usual sense. I give huge props to the people who had to design the Transformers and get them working properly. I'm not even kidding. They did so much work on that. Alright, let's close it up. Let's close it up. Wait, hang on. Are we still getting votes? Are we still getting votes? We are! We're still... Okay, we're just gonna chill here for a moment. We're still getting votes. Oh my god. Yeah, this is... Hang on, I need, like... where's my anythings? Hang on, okay, so this is yes. I need another ship. Here, oh no, this is the symbol of Tiamat. Here's the symbol of Tiamat fighting the Star Destroyer. Wait, hang on, we need some more epic battle music. Skip ahead a bit. Oh, I agree, Shadow. But, as I've always said, credit where credit is due. A lot of people put a lot of hard work and heart and effort into some things. And I feel like that deserves props. It's just me, of course. I think we all know which one's going to win this one. Oh, wait, I'm doing it in the wrong direction. I gotta do it like this. I modified ISD there. The reason why, Shadow, is because you're stupid! No, the reason why is because I took off this thing. Because if I was designing the ISD, it wouldn't have that thing. It would look like this. But this is an ISD. At least that's the original intent. It's not an ISD 2, for those of you who know the difference. Let's see where we're at. Wow! That is actually quite close. Still one vote. No, I just kind of renovated it with explosives. Oh, I should have got some potato chips in here. Do it, Kay! Give in to the dark side! I mean, give in to the dark side. There's so many depends in answer to that, Shadow, that I'm not even gonna bother. No, you didn't, Kay. Don't be silly. Man, we gotta find the right part of this song. There's a perfect part of this song I want here. Ho ho ho! Oh! So what's that? Where's that leave us? Hang on. Ah! I should call Sis. Ask her to vote for no. But first we have to have my favorite part of this song. A vampire person? Exactly, Shadow. That's kind of why I just said. And this is one of my takes on this. I actually call this the one-winged sovereign. I actually did a lot of little stuff in the behind the scenes to make it sound just a little bit off. So, in addition to slowing it down a bit. It's actually only 13.898, I believe, percent slower, something like that. You're right, we need something sped up a little bit. How's that? Alright, alright. Bamf! So, we're finally ending the epic music. Go back to boring music. Hang on, I gotta find it. This is for you, Case, now. Why, Kay? Why is there such a thing as being too enamored? I like how I did that right in front of Isran. Okay, wow, that's loud.
The end of sufferance. I did what needed to be done.
I think perhaps. I think you did more than that.
I'm gonna go loot them while they're chatting. A lot of stuff. Take all.
You have my thanks.
We all know Altmer blood is the best. So, what did we get you? What treats did we just get off of that jackass? Hey, look, there's this sword we didn't use that entire fight. Who needs it? And what is his armor? Oh, it's one of the ones we already have. Well, whatever. We didn't get anything off that guy, did we? What? Loot? Nice sword. Well, we did it, guys. We have defeated the Dark Lord of the Damned, and we have become Dracula. Sort of. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone hates Isrun. I don't actually think I have loot on me. Look into oh, what's it called? Projected power, Shadow, in naval combat. That pretty much answers you. So, before we go anywhere, let's make sure we're a vampire. It's very important. Okay, we're a vampire. I would like to become a vampire lord. Whoa, there we go. Ah, much better. Wait, seriously? We just got a bounty? Oh, we did it right in front of Isrun. Oh, by the way, there's actually a different model for a female, which I didn't know until recently. Oops, wrong thing. We are one with the dam. And then we do this to switch into melee mode. And then back up for flight. I actually had to read up on this. I had no idea how to control all this stuff. Yes, we should come up with a Darth name for Illy. What do you guys think? What's a good Darth name for her? Oh, wow. Hello, Isrun. See if we have water walking. I like Maz's idea a lot, actually. That's a really good Bravo, Maz. That's a great in-character reason for her to accept becoming a vampire lord. Is that normally she probably would not have, but under these circumstances, given the influence that the sword is already having upon her, it forced her to. I like that. Doth Penumbra. I actually do like that. What? What? No. Right. Okay. We're here. Now, we must blanket out the sun. I'm kidding, of course. Okay, I don't want 1,000 bounty in Riften, so let's reload that. That would take some work, Shadow, since I'd have to do her full name. I could do it. I'd have to actually sit to Darth Berman. Not that evil, the dead. Alright, let's get some real music going here real quick. Where are you, real music? Hey, GH 34 feet. What is up? So, Darth Dawn. Actually, I kind of like that too. But no, she's not actually evil. Violent, aggressive, and a little bit psychotic with rage. Not actually evil. I imagine it stays dark forever, Shadow? Actually, I don't think you can you? From what I understand of the plotline. Because even if you join the other side, you still end up fighting Harkon and not, you know, killing the sun forever. Could be wrong about that. No metagaming, Wrath, even though I'd love to do that. It's mostly dental, okay? So now we have another decision to make, guys. Darth Erene. And I actually know that's Latin for spider. I kind of like that. But then again, I actually hate it. Because, you know, vampires. And after all, we know Ellie hates vampires. Or, vampires. Spiders. We need to decide what she's doing next. She has quite a few quests in her log, but more importantly, she has... Thank you, Samurai. This actually took more work than it probably sounds like, so I'm really glad it's run out. Now, of course, we don't need to think of this as what quest does she do next. It's more like what does she follow up on? What does she do next? What is next for Ellie now that she's taken out this vampire threat, ended the possibility of the sun being blotted out forever? What does she do? Any thoughts, guys? I have a few dozen, as usual. No, Shadow, absolutely not. No more than the Dark Jedi are inherently evil. It's more common because evil people tend to lean towards that more often, but that's evil leaning towards the dark side rather than the dark side leaning towards evil. Very important distinction. So, I'm actually going to close the log because none of that is actually relevant. There are several things that are relevant in her thought processes as of right now. She does know that she has been offered a trip to Solstheim. That's been recent. She has been examining certain things in the Mage College. That was something that she was actively kind of in the middle of. She also still has that lingering invitation to join the Thieves Guild. I'm not sure if she's ever going to follow that up, but that is something that's probably on the back of her mind. And I'm trying to think what else. There was one other big one. Actually, I guess the other one was just to collect the blood, which is actually quite recent. So, these are all things that are probably in the back of her aggressive mind. Oh, right, and actually Grote has a great idea. It just occurred to me. The main quest is the other thing. She never actually followed through on that. Because she basically just said she didn't care. She was just irritated that someone had stolen the MacGuffin. You know, whatever it was. But our new, more aggressive Ellie is like, and more inclined to do that. What do you guys think? I don't know if I'd call Raziel good, but she can be more good than that. I would not define Ellie right now as evil at all. Violent and lost, but not evil. Oh no. Yeah, exactly, Baronessa. It's also true, as Samurai points out, that there is a significant... based on the fact that she, at the moment, is thinking that her violence and bloodlust is coming from her vampirism, she would probably want to feast fairly regularly, or not feast, but, drink fairly regularly, to make sure that she doesn't go all violent again. It'll probably take her a little bit longer to figure out it's not actually the vampirism doing that. Yes, Shadow. Watch out for incredibly stupid Stormcloaks who are stupid and very stupid. Let's go ahead and throw a vote up for this one. We're going to give you a bunch of options here. We'll just give you, in short, the quest names here. So we've got... Ha! I'm not sure that's an interesting idea, Herbert. Only because she is one of the heroes of Elder Scrolls. In other words, she's a player character, basically. Okay, so we've got Dragonborn. We've got Main Quest. Mages Guild. I know it's not called that. I don't care. I believe this is regularizing. Hang on, let me double check. My bad, this is one of mine. Go figure. Props to the gentleman whose name I can't think of. He is awesome. Oh, she hates the Thalmor. Frickin' hates them. Main Quest, Mages Guild, Feast. We're actually going to just throw in Feast on Thalmor as an option. Because I actually do think in character we could justify that. For two reasons. Dragonborn, Main Quest, Mages Guild, Feast on Thalmor. I think that's kind of it. Jeremy Sayul, that's him. Definite props to that gentleman. There you go. Vote it up. I see lots of votes already for feasting on the Thalmor. The funny thing is, that probably sounds like an out-of-character thing, but honestly, given the fact that she does know there's a Thalmor embassy in the area, and the fact that she hates the Thalmor, and she needs to feed, and she needs Altmer blood, there's actually a lot of in-character, you know, no cheating, no meta justification for going after that embassy. Is it Samurai? I don't know. I actually knew the guy before I knew the guy. Back when he was just starting his music career, I was on a forum he was on, and he was really, you know, pushing it in order to get somewhere with it, and then he succeeded. I forget which game he got first. It was one of the big ones. And then he got Guild Wars 1, then he got Morrowind, and just, whew. Sean, of course, his vote counts as double, because it's Sean. My God, what are we at here? Where's our process? One person wants to do the main quest. 2 people wants to do the Mage's Guild. Nobody wants to do Dragonborn. 19 people want to do... Let's just go kill the Thalmor. Poll close. Let's just... Yes, I did Permeus. Actually, I have quite a few of them myself. So, I gotta orient myself. Where are we here? Shoot! I actually don't remember where it is relative to me. So I guess we'll just roam. She has heard that there's a Thalmor embassy around here, you know. Rumors. Whispers of a nameless fear. Oh, whoops. Excuse me, are you a soldier or a bandit? You look a lot like a Thalmor. You look a lot like a Thalmor. Burn! Burn! Epic music peacefully playing in the background. Not at all, Shadow. Not even a little. They call themselves High Elves because they're arrogant jackasses, basically. Well, that was satisfying. First of all, let's take that blood. There we go, and then let's feed! Feed. Whoa, where are we? We teleported. There we go. And they don't even have elven arrows. Whatever. It is Shadow. Or it can be, I suppose is more accurate. Yeah, I do too, Isaac. I actually really like the idea that Altmer, normal Altmer, taste wonderful to her, and Thalmor, who do that breeding bullcrap, taste terrible. What do you guys think? Last Samurai, I'm sorry. It's just that you're all douchebags! I'm kidding, of course. It's the Thalmor, you know that. And some Altmer. But of course, judging anyone based on a race, except for very few exceptions, is just stupid to begin with, isn't it? Argonian, Titans. Hell yeah, I'd be an Argonian any day of the week. Although, if a Daedra is, you know, if I could be a Daedric Lord, then yeah, I'd probably go with being a Daedric Lord. I'd probably be a little more active than the current Lords are. Well, shoot. Always is, Kay. See, Samurai, I knew you'd come over to my side of things. As soon as we just put it into the proper context. Burn, little bug! Burn and rot. And she's just gonna feed on all of these. In character, she is feeding on every single one of these. She is gorging on their blood. Every one of them. By the way, hi, Bandit King. Oh no, don't worry. She's getting lots of blood filled up, so all her bloodlust is quenched. Now, of course, these are Thalmor, not Altmer, which means they taste like crap! Now, I mention that because, believe it or not, that's actually going to be kind of a plot point. Can anyone guess why? She can't even suffer Serena's minion to survive. No, no, no. You all die. Feed. Feed. Every one of them. And my chair pops. Yes, more disgusting blood. Wait, really? Wow, guys, I thought I was evil. Feed! Oh, it's so much better. Disgusting Thalmor blood. Blah, blah. Well, see... Oh, shoot. You'd think that, Titans. But the one thing that we've decided Penumbra really does is it kind of feeds off of this whole, you know, aggression, violence thing, and you guys said to go wipe out an entire fortress of Thalmor, so... Remember what triggered her last psychotic rage break? Oh, I wish I could do a Kirby voice. That'd be awesome. Nom, 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 nom. Hey, Deathwing. So yeah, this Thalmor blood is just disgusting. It's filthy. It's... Ugh, it's too thick. It's got chunks of crap in it. Oh, it's getting stuck in her teeth, and now she's got bits of bloody goop stuck in her teeth, which is just pissing her off even more. And she's kind of getting more and more angry as she goes through here. No, Shadow? What did I say that implied otherwise, other than joking, which is admittedly feasible? That's correct, Groot. Hey, Toasty. What is up? Join us in our Thalmor slaughter. More blood. Oh God, boiling Thalmor blood. Down you go. See you around, Isaac. If there are Shadow, we have not seen them. But yeah, the problem is, as Baronessa points out, you are assuming I am being biased towards a race. I am not. Being biased towards an organization is a little bit more feasible, because usually you join that organization for a reason. Oh, I like that idea. Boil the Thalmor's blood while still within them. So, now that she's just given in to sheer psychotic rage... So far, Titans, she prefers females and Altmers and Redguards over everything. Okay, Shadow, there's a difference between a German and a Nazi, right? Thus, in that same example, there's a difference between an Altmer, that is to say a High Elf, and a Thalmor. And actually, the Nazis and the Thalmor have a lot in common. Why, Javan? Don't you want our character in Dragon Age Inquisition to go completely psychotic? Take a few more books we haven't read yet. I mean, the possibility of a decent Thalmor exists, I just haven't seen one. So. Thank you, Ref. Now that we've slaughtered all these people, what shall we do? So, let's bring up that poll from earlier. Actually, Argonar, if you're... It's a little bit more than that. If you remember, the Thalmor practice a form of breeding program. And, you know, you have to be with you to have this children. What do they call that? Husbandry, basically. So... okay, so we're gonna go with Dragonborn, Main Quest, Mage's Guild. Here's the 3 big things that are going on in her mind right now. Yeah, exactly, Titans.
Let's get indoors.
All you're doing, Shadow, is proving me right. I'm not really sure what you're going for at this point. So, one way or another, though, there's one thing I have already decided she is doing first thing. Alright, let's go kill the Thalmor again! What? Here's the thing. We're not using the blade. We're not using Penumbra right now. But it is affecting us because we still have it on us. So, I still like husbandry because it gets across the point of how stupid that is. Just my opinion. We are, we have the sword on us, and it's affecting us, but not as much as it otherwise would, right? So, after just brutally slaughtering all those Thalmor to feast upon them, this is actually kind of interesting that you guys decided that, because if I was being mean, I could say this takes the story back in the same direction it just did. But of course, no, that's not what's actually going to happen. Instead, after having gorged herself on all those people, and at the end of that place, she is going, and she literally did gorge. You saw me do it. I was drinking from every single person. She is now actually more aggressive, more angry, and more violent than she otherwise would be. And yes, I have Permeus, but the whole reason I got Nightbot was so I could stop using Strawpole, because Strawpole added a third step that I didn't feel like going to. Why? Anyways, God, if we could just kill all the Thalmor, everything would be better. So what she's going to do is she's going to use her brain. She's going to do a dice roll. Wow, another 19. Holy moly. So this is the very first time it is occurring to her that what is happening to her is not related to her vampirism. Because she is still bloodthirsty and violent and crazed. And Serena, at the end of that, as we're just running around, our eyes on fire with screaming rage and fury, turned to her, and Serena notices us, and she was with us last time we went into that kind of a rage. So she helps stop, she helps bring us down. And now we're at a state where, you know, after drinking all that, obviously it's, you know, as we talk together and Ellie's, you know, pulsing desire to destroy goes down, she realizes it's not the vampirism. One small step, but a significant one. Basically, samurai. So she knows now that her vampirism is not causing her violent rage problems. And realizing that she doesn't like the direction she's going in. Or does she? I'm glad you're liking it, Aragonar. If I'm not being entertaining, I'm not doing my job right. You know what? I take it back. She does like where this is going. I do like where this is going. No, Toasty, I just started rolling D20s today, and actually I've only rolled 2. So, yeah, I think... Yeah, I saw that, Zeiss. I think that she actually likes the power and the bloodlust. She just feels like she has to control it. And so rather than thinking that this is a bad thing, and rather than thinking that she needs to try and find some way to break this thing's, to free herself of this rage, she wants to harness it and try to utilize it as a tool. You got it, Proxy. It's a 17. Oh, don't worry. We're going to use the vampire lore soon-ish, depending on what you guys vote for. Let's be honest, they're just teasing us with FF7 stuff at this point. Hey, a proper remake of a Final Fantasy game is coming out on Steam! It's the FF4DS remake. Screw you. Oh, God, don't even ask me that, Shadow. Too complicated to summarize. That's what the Silmarils are. What? Why would I play Dawnguard and not a roleplay? I did actually like Dawnguard. It was quite good, honestly. Most of that was because of her and the good voice acting. I agree with what some other people have said. Harkin, granted I only saw him like twice ever, but Harkin was a rather lackluster villain, but most of the other characters were at least well designed, and there was a lot of interesting lore and setting there that wasn't directly related to the Dawnguard plotline, and I like that. So, overall, definitely a plus. Hey, Lydia. How are things? Oh no, no bother. I can't read your name. God, that's gray. Mophimus? Mophimus? I don't know how to pronounce it. It doesn't, Olivia. Trust me. Not really. Wow, I'm actually losing a screw on my chair. I really need to get a new chair. Back problems. So, usually I will stream anywhere from, I guess that would be about 10 p.m. GMT to around 3 a.m. GMT. At least at the moment, because we here in the States have to deal with daylight savings time. And that's actually going to affect soon. Hello, Lydia. Close your mouth. Yeah, Vryther was definitely a more interesting villain, very much so. So that's, in general, the times which I stream. And I tend to try very hard to keep my streams going on the weekends. Occasionally I'll stream during the weekdays, but that's never guaranteed, because I only do that when I'm really depressed, or when I'm really caught up on my work and have enough videos for already recorded for the next week or two. In fact, I probably will not be streaming this week because I have to get a lot of videos recorded and get back caught up on my log and my backlog.
You're home. Hey, I got you something. Hope you like it.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I think so, Argonar. Right now it is, well, here, let me just look. It is, I'll just give you times. It is 7:45 p.m. on the 21st of September for me right now. Where's the... Dang it, where's the damn... There it is. Okay, give her the sword. Yeah, sure, Zeiss, because I'm just psychotically, insanely evil. That's actually an interesting, that is an interesting thought process on that, Tyler. I don't know, Proxy. I mean, if you guys keep asking... every time... everyone knows this. Every time you keep asking for something, it kind of gets shoved back a little bit. Okay, I gotta see something here really quick. I gotta know. So, Sophie?
I played with
Runa?
in the park today.
I have something to tell you two. Hey, kids. Kids, come back! No, come back! Come back! I said, come back! Damn it! You clean this mess up right now, Runa! Clean this mess up! Hey, Lydia. Listen, Lydia. This is me now. How do you pan the camera? Oh, that's right, you do this. So I have to do, like... there we go. So this is what we look like now. So yeah, obviously this is not what happens. I am sorry, Mophimus. It's funny you mentioned that. Back when I was doing the Final Fantasy marathon, which I knew a lot of my European viewers wanted to watch, I had to pick a time frame where it was be least bad for everyone. That was basically the best I could do. Because no matter when I streamed, somebody somewhere was not going to get to watch it live, so... it's always the issue with me, you know. Because even if I switched to a purely European schedule, then people elsewise would also be... you know, you get the idea. Anyway, so, moving along. So Ellie comes home, sees her children. Her daughters are as adorably awesome as ever. And yes, I do, Mraid. And now we have a thing. And let's see where the poll's at. I'm glad you liked it, Samurai. Oh wow, that is a close one. I would, Casual. It's kinda messed because there's not many things that qualify for marathon status. If you're paying attention, I actually kinda did a second marathon, which was the Mass Effect series. Even though it was only 3 games, I was doing it for almost 2 weeks of streaming, pretty much every day to do all that. So we'll there's a few other things I've thought about for doing marathons in the future. Nobody asked about Metal Gear Solid; it's not happening. But yeah. So, I see that we are apparently doing Mage's Guild, which is great, because I have a new mod to try out. And we'll see if it works. By the way, I have decided I'm going to put up with the massive pain of editing my Kingdom Hearts thing to get rid of Twitface McGee and her twittiness, so I can upload the Kingdom Hearts 2 lore run, aka the Kingdom Hearts lore run, which talks about all of Kingdom Hearts up to Dream Drop Distance as of that point, and push it to what's it called? Push it to YouTube. You know, I just chose this face because I was going for a unpleasant and violent past that she was trying to recover from, but it really suits the vampire thing. So let's go ahead and head up here. Wait, no. Hey, no problem, Mophimus. And you know, I always like to see as many of my people as I can live, which is always pretty damn awesome. Okay, what do we got here? Where am I at in this? I need to find the hidden books. Okay. Felglow Keep. Where the hell is that? Oh, it's over here. Oh, I've actually been over there, so let's just head this way. Thank you, Korgoth. I rather like that one. It was one of my viewers pointed Sophia or Sonia I don't remember who pointed at me, but one of them did. Yes, actually, Rory, just one. Yeah, it is, Samurai. That's kind of the irritation, and why I say it's just going to be a pain to do. But, you know, whatever. I originally didn't have to, because the Kingdom Hearts lore run was back up on Twitch for forever. It was one of the videos I saved forever, and then it's gone because of the Twitch's new policies. So now I kind of have to put it up somewhere so future people can see it. So, yeah, Samurai, that is the problem, though. I'm sorry, I just noticed your first comment. Muting the one section is going to be a joke. That'll be just... That'll take me 20 seconds. It'll take me more like 5 hours to render the video out, though, to do a 20-second change, which is kind of why I find it so damn irritating. For those of you who don't know, when you're editing a file, it doesn't matter how minute the changes are. The only thing that matters for processing and rendering the file out is the size of the file. So, you know, 5 hour... Actually, let's go and look real quick. How big is that sucker? I got a local copy right here. That first one is 4 hour... No. Yeah, 4 hours, 12 minutes, 54 seconds. So that's going to take a while to render. And I'm going to have to do it for the ending, too, which is going to be even more irritating. 5 hours, 12 minutes, 27 seconds. Whatever. I'll do it. Just... We need to finish Skyrim first, so let's finish up Skyrim. Whoosh, and then we win! Lol, raid. What are you linking me, bandit? Oh. Ha! Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure I can actually do a proper lore run of the Baldur's Gate series. See, the thing is, what is qualified as something I could lore run... Oh my god, more people to kill. Is something that I know extensively enough to talk about, you know, and analyze as I go, right? It's basically a live rumination for all intents and purposes, and really going into the details and whatnot. I don't know Faerun that well. There's a lot of lore in Forgotten Realms I am not immediately familiar with. Was it flame? Let me show you how. You know what, Razulia? I have decided, just for you, that I will do exactly that. And you have to watch it. You have no choice. Hang on, Rory. Yeah, Better Vampires by Brahanen. I've been debating that, Cashel, because honestly, with Dragon Age Inquisition coming out in mid-November, and I'm going to be streaming that live, of course, blind run, I've been thinking about doing some Dragon Age ramp-up for that. But the problem I have is, whenever I do anything, spoiler alert, guys, whenever I do anything at all, in preparation for a video or a stream, I always have to have a reason for doing it. There has to be something to it. If you pay attention to all my videos and all my streams, I have never actually done a Let's Play. A Let's Play is, I'm sitting here playing the game and that's it. Anytime I do an actual sequence or a significant stream I'm doing, it's a lore run, or a blind run, or a backseat run, or a speed run, or a challenge run. You know, I have never actually done a plain Let's Play. So, if I'm doing Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, I need to do something in order to make it interesting, in order to make it worthwhile, and I'm not sure what to do. So I'm going to have to think about that. And consequently, I also think Antipode is one of my favorite spells ever. Seriously, it is. Also some of my favorite looking spells in the SNES era. Ha! At last, a test subject. Yeah, okay. I think I'm a little bit past you, boy. Let me explain why. Well, another Secret of Mana lore run? We're doing something with Secret of Mana in October-ish. I've been debating it, Razulia. I have a reason for it other than, you know, sadisticness. Believe it or not. Whoops. Didn't actually mean to do that. Hello, vampire.
Out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Never should have come here.
Should have been more respectful.
Who's there?
See you around, Mugwump. I don't think I'd like a modern era Zelda, personally, now. Deus Ex is another setting I'm not sure I could lore run. Don't know enough about it.
Where'd you come from?
Okay, she was respectful, so she gets to run. Except Serena really doesn't want that vampire to live. Wow. See you around, Unix. Lol, Groat. Hi. So what's up? Right. Well, anyways. Let me show you how to use magic. Yeah, I was a little thrown by that. Well, I'm glad you're liking it, Titans. Half of the original point was not just so that you could build her story and hopefully actually care about Ellie and where her story is going, but so you could learn more about writing yourself. It's one of the reasons I did this this Skyrim run like this. I already have that. Crush, kill, and destroy, Argonar? Is that what you're referring to? Because if so, then yes. He's alive! No, Brazulia, I will never play those games again. I flat refuse. I played them once. Leave me alone. God damn it. Actually, that's a good point. Were any of those wood elves? I should be looking for wood elves here. Hey, Faminator. What is up? So why were they just experimenting on vampires here? I wonder. What did you know last, Mophimus? Because we've done a lot of stuff. Mophimus? How do you say your name? Help me out here. See you around, Bowman. Haven't you ever played Spirit Tracks, Shadow? Or Phantom Hourglass, both of which happen after Wind Waker, and, you know, have villains, obviously. Yeah, they shoved me up here. They were tired of me being down there, so, you know. Damn it, no wood elves. That exactly... Very true, Wrath. Very true. We only found out... We only knew personally about one of the... crashing... God damn it, really? We only knew about one of the mages who was banished here, the guy we're here to find, but... Yeah. Oh, wow, Mophimus, that is a long time ago. See, okay, to be totally honest, I don't like the higher level spells in this game. Pound for pound, if you've got the skill to back it up, in general, the tick spells, you know, the level 1 spells, tend to be better, in my experience, than the big ones. Wow, I am losing all kinds of connection all of a sudden. Like, right now, I'm losing Twitch all over the place. Come on, come back, Twitch. I don't care what stupid MOBA tournament you're running. I really don't. Some other people do, though, and they matter more than I do. Okay, I think we're back. Well, just as well, because... Crush and Bone! All I have to say to that, Shadow, is England still a monarchy? Yeah, there's lots of things under Elvis. What the hell's up with the Soul Cairn? Who are the ideal masters? Why did the Thalmor... Who amongst the Thalmor came up with their insane plan dealing with Talos and whatnot? What the hell's going on with the war that should be happening? You know, etc., etc. Yeah, I really don't like magic in Skyrim either, but that's a preference thing. Oh god, we're back here. I don't even have my other spell equipped. That's how long ago we're here. Damn it, Casual. I know a lot of people who really enjoy magic in Skyrim. I am not among them. I cannot stand magic in Skyrim. Yeah, no, Og Swift. It's been weird all day. I'd say I blame Twitch, but that is literally what I do. I blame Twitch. But yeah, then again, I love Magic in Oblivion. Although I do have a mod which should actually help things a bit, so we'll see how this works, shan't we? Yeah, so anyways. Hello, Undead Sylar. Just in time for the Antipode to begin. I actually know of an add-on which like completely redoes how illusion works. A lot of cool stuff you can do with that. That was pretty cool, Bandit. That might have been me trying to make it look more interesting for the sake of the show. Take that with a grain of salt.
Please, please let me out of here. Oh, you've saved me. Thank you so much. Who knows what they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along. I promise I'll help you get out of here. The books? Oh, I see. I thought perhaps, well, I thought you'd come for me. But yes, the books. The caller, rather. She was most interested in one of the volumes. Although not interested enough to keep me from being locked up.
You should get out of here.
Don't you need my help?
I should go. I can handle this on my own. Don't worry.
Well, if you're sure, I'll just be on my way then. Please, do be careful.
I use a mod called Skyui. SKYUI. Good mod. So, you know, it changes the menu up and makes it less crap for the PC version. Ellie does not want that man's help. She's irritable at the moment. Oh, god damn it. I need to get the key from the guy. Oh, here we go. Let's not crash this time. Hi! I'm here to kill you. And so, this is really kind of funny. By absolute happenstance, you guys keep voting for us to do quests where we kill lots and lots of people without consequence. Like this one! Ah, good, we learned Frost. Titans, it's all part of their plan to rewrite, basically remake the way the world works. It's actually really complicated. I've talked about it a couple times during this overall stream. Suffice it to say, they're trying to rebuild the world in a way that they feel is better. If you actually pay attention to the way the Altmer set up their religion and whatnot,
Something's not right.
they basically talk about how the Altmer themselves are the direct lineage of their deities, and the fact that humans exist is actually offensive to them. Yeah, you can use Minsk as an insult. I'm okay with that. So, we've got necromancers on top of everything else. Wonderful. Yeah, you notice I've got this weird thing with my arms here. Not sure what's up with that. Oh well. I'm honestly not sure why that's doing that. It's been doing that for a while now. That would be pretty cool, Groot. Oh, it's because I'm field of view 90, isn't it? No, it's still... It does it worse here. Look at that. Look at that. That's insane. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh well. Nice, undead. I can't hear the words My Little Pony without thinking of the song My Little Pony, Apocalypse Pony. Death Pony! Bonus points to anybody who actually gets that. Yeah, I have, Permius. Admittedly. No, Olivia, stop trying to turn us into evil Stormcloaks. Sorry for being redundant.
So you're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my projects.
I gotta pause for a moment. How many of you, when you were playing this game originally, thank you, Chatter. How many of you, when you were playing this game originally, would come across several different peoples like this from quests all over the place, and they all had a speech prepared, and it never really failed to amuse you to you hit escape or tab, and they'll keep talking, right? And then you'll lunge forward and kill them in one shot, in the middle of their speech. Yeah, so, anyways.
How nice to meet you.
Hi. I'm here for the books from the college.
So you're just one of Alan's lackeys. That's disappointing. You show real promise.
A little bit.
Come here, kill my assistants, disrupt my work. You've annoyed me, so I thought that would be giving you.
You've enraged me, lady. So, I'm just gonna kill the crap out of you. Should have bargained. What was that? Oh well, thought I heard something. Actually, let's do.
Where'd you come from?
They kind of had it coming, Casual, if you think about it. Her blood might taste nice. We'll go ahead and drink of hers. See you around, Kay. Jinxed was... So, now that we've found his books... Oh god, that would be funny, Jovan. Hi, Serena. Hello, Serena's novice ice mage. Depends on which point in time you ask that question, Chatter. Wait, what? Are you asking if I hate Shadow for making me be an explosives guy in New Vegas? Nerevarine. Easy answer. Prior to becoming a Daedric Lord, it is my opinion that the Nerevarine is the strongest of the heroes across the Elder Scrolls series. Was it ice? I will show you how.
Foos, ra! Foos!
Go this way, chicken. Stupid chicken. Nobody likes you anyways. Raising up our bounty prices, ruining our economy! The corrupt chicken. Oh, sorry, Serena. Didn't mean to get you with that. During At World's End, I would go ahead and call her good. Chaotic good, but good. I guess that's true, Rosulia. I was Rex. Of course, the champion of Cyrodiil is technically stronger, but also in less of a position to use that strength, since they kind of lost their mind in canon. See you around, Argonor. Depends on my mood, Omni, but I lean towards ice or lightning. Usually ice. I wonder if that Thalmor jackass is still here. I don't know what you're talking about, Rory. No idea. Weirdo. Oh, right. Sorry there.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here, I suppose you've earned these.
Oh, thanks.
All right, then.
Oh, shush, Samurai. Just for that. I would like everyone in chat to rip Samurai limb from limb and then stitch him back together and turn him into a abomination. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, Casual, honestly. Two reasons, Rory. One, I actually talked about this earlier. One, I always felt that shouts were stupidly underpowered to the point where I never had the point of using them, because they suck and I hate them. And number two, because being a Dragonborn is supposed to make you feel like you're the Dragonborn, and instead I feel like the guy who is just a normal Elder Scrolls boy and the Dragonborn thing is totally irrelevant. So...
Good to see Skyrim still has such beauty now. Does he have information?
Yes, that is correct, Chatter. I would debate if she was a good person in the first movie, too, but that's because she hadn't really, you know, figured out what she was doing yet.
Is that the one about something buried beneath Sargon? Something that...
Yes, Razuya, I would love to read
I'll
that.
have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the market. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Aliad, Gwema, Daedric, not even Thalmor. None of them are a match. Quite curious.
Excellent, everyone.
I'm not
Good
sure
job on
quite
Samurai
as
there.
I am, given my extensive years of experience. But can you feel it? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magical. And yet it's unlike anything I've felt before.
Hey, look, it's Mr. Evil.
Hopefully we'll have
Hello, Mr. Evil. He even looks evil. Look at him.
I'm afraid I must
No,
retreat. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
What?
most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted.
Ahem. Let me get the antipode thing ready here. Whoops. There we go.
This before the audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruption.
You ready, Serena?
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
No.
there's someone claiming to be from the city here at the college.
God, I
More
hate this
importantly,
guy.
I'd like to know why he's asking for you specifically. So we're going to go have a little...
Not that we are aware of, Olivia. Although I suppose it depends on how you define aliens.
Technically, that is true, but I still report to the old Mary Dominion, and I cannot ignore this situation. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay, you're an idiot and I hate you. Are you essential at the moment? God damn it. No, it's actually true, Crispin, and yes, it's actually canon, and yes, it's actually confirmed in Skyrim. When you talk to Sheogorath, he directly references, in a rather Sheogorath way, what happened in Oblivion. God, I hate this guy.
Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he's here. Now, you are going to speak to this monk.
Frolov.
And find out why he's here.
Yeah, I hate it when someone's essential until you're supposed to kill them. Ulfric! God, this is loud. So, someone who's playing at politics
I mean you no harm.
wants you to leave. Hey again. Listen, I hate that guy. A lot. So could you kill him? Or de-essential him?
It is good to meet you in person.
So what's up?
I merely wish to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately. But I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance. And attempts to...
Redoran, Faminator.
...previously have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen.
Uh-oh.
The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
Okay, let's do it!
I'm afraid it's not that simple. You must understand the Sijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events.
So who out there knows about the
My presence
Sijic
here will be
Order?
seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm also aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkano, your Tholmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so.
Idiots. So what's the problem?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided.
Alright, let's do it.
We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Okay, so...
He was once a student.
I'm sorry, I've heard all this before and I just kind of want to go through this right now.
I'm sorry, now it is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
Were you about to say something?
No, no. I was just about to kill you! I like how he's just chatting. And then down he goes. Frickin'
What
essentials.
is the meaning of this?
Yeah, I hate you too.
Don't play more. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here she is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here. I should simply take my leave.
What?
I have no opinion, Shatter. It's
You're
the
not
good.
going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
Yes, Shadow. I've been asked them many times.
This.
Well, that worked out nicely. Excuse me.
What you learn here will... Has Toph... Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject.
Of course not. Alright. Oh, God, no, Shadow. Please, I don't want to play that garbage game. I mean, it's a great game. It's a wonderful game, and I love it. I am being paid by my corporate overlords to say that I love Destiny. Yeah, pretty much, Isaac. I need to be right back, guys. So, I'll be right back, guys. As soon as I figure out where the hell my music is. God, it's all over the place today. Okay, it's on random. I wasn't actually expecting to hear that song next, so we'll just kind of pause that there. So, before I come back really quick, I know, guys, I've just been kind of letting you guys chat and do your own thing and chat like I, always do. But for those of you who've actually been paying attention to the story and the character development and the way things have been going here, I've actually been doing things, again, pretty deliberately. I was actually hoping to come to the Mages Guild. Reason why is because the Mages Guild has two important things. This is something that happens in writing a lot, for those of you paying attention to the writing lessons side of this, and that is you find yourself in a situation you need the story to go in a certain direction, so you look at what you've already done, what you've already established, and use that to figure out where to go next. In this case, one of the things we already established was the fact that I'm sorry, Shadow. Was the fact... yeah, I know, Prometheus. I need to hurry up because my microphone's beating at me. One of the things they had to establish was the fact that the Mages Guild had a very calming influence on Ellie. Simply being there, the magical auras that maintained the place, and the massive confluence of ley lines here was very soothing to her, such that she could actually be sufficiently brought down from her general state of bloodlust, so that, for example, she doesn't kill everyone on her first step in. And even bring her even more calm to the point where she wouldn't kill, someone who really pisses her off the moment she interacted on them. Such as Ancano, however the hell you say his damn name. Because she hates him. Pisses her off. She's rude, he's crude. Typical Thalmor, right? The other reason is because we are finding something here that's going to do something that's fascinating when it comes to human physiology. And that is, it's going to remind her of something that reminds her of something. Or in other words, to put it in a different way, Ellie has the power within her, relatively speaking, to go ahead and figure out what's going on with her, right? With the sword. She understands that artifacts can have the ability to have that influence on people. She's certainly been around that long, right? But unless something reminds her of that, especially while she's still in its thrall, that's not going to occur to her. Except what we have just seen is this eye. And as we're going through this quest, I have this feel that the way the eye influences people and has already influenced people and will influence people is what's actually going to make her realize that she herself is under the influence of some kind of artifact. And once she realizes that, we'll actually finally have the understanding that it's the sword. And then we can think about doing something about it. What do you guys think? I love this. Nobody pays attention to what I said at all. It's great. Whatever.
now. There's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you? Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful. Until next time.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to finish the Hemias Mora's quest yet, to be honest with you. Excuse me. So, I wonder why the video is all choppy. Apparently several people had that same problem, because I got basically 2 responses to my big speech there. I'm not sure what's up with that. Well, suffice it to say that understanding something is influencing you gives you a great deal of power over the fact that it's influencing you, right? Now, obviously, that influence is limited. See the One Ring of Lord of the Rings for a great example of this. But, excuse me, but the catch here is that we need to decide at some point if she is going to, for lack of a better way to put it, continue to use the sword, knowing that it's causing her to be more powerful and, aggressive and violent, and try to control it, or if she's going to try and just abandon the thing. I'm not repeating myself. Alright, elemental damage, fire damage. Apply over an interval. 10 points for 12 seconds. Area of effect. No, single target. By the way, I've never used this mod before. Hey, Bragvin, I'm sorry you're still at work. So we'll see how this works. Wow, that takes like all of our mana. We can use it though. So yeah, this lets you craft spells. So, actually, at this point, you missed it, Shadow. The whole thing I spent however long explaining was why it is we can now have an in-character reason for her having justification for getting rid of the sword. It has to do with her recognizing that she is under the influence of an external source that is probably of an artifact nature. And from that point, it's not hard to realize which of her inventory is in fact an artifact, because she only has the one. As of right now, her emotional state is probably unstable, a little bit deranged and angry, and with a desperate desire to do. Not necessarily what to do, just to do. What are you linking me, Roselia? What are you linking me? Is this something terrible and horrible? Gotta mute it, because, it's a minute long. I don't have time to watch a minute video on YouTube. What the hell, man? A I've actually done this. Don't think I hit the river, though. In lore, yes, Chatter. But only briefly. It's all good, Shadow. I know you just secretly hate me. Apparently, the name of this mod is called Spell Crafting. According to this. Although I do need to set up a couple things, I just realized. Let's crank this up a lot. There we go. Alright, so we've got one spell now, and it is Doomy. What the hell's going on with Twitch right now? My connection to Twitch is actually fine, so whatever's going on is on Twitch's end. What's going on Twitch right now, everybody? Like, seriously, what big tournament is going on? What maintenance, or whatever the crap hell they're doing to kill my stream? I may have to stop the stream soon if this keeps up. Welcome back, Samurai. Ridiculous. That's pretty awesome, Titans. And I like your story framework. I'll be curious to see what you do with it. Oh, that's right, there is a Hearthstone tournament happening this weekend. I actually knew about that. Wrath, I can tell you only one reason that I need to dislike the fact that spellcrafting was taken out of Skyrim. It's options. They got rid of options. Gamers and people in general like options. Hold on. People in general like having options, right? It's very similar. It's very simple. You take away options from something, people will be upset about that. Now, some people really like having the ability to customize their own spells, myself included, because I like the fact that I can set up a spell specifically for whatever it is I need for a given situation. A multi-buff spell, or the ability to drain health and mana, or something that makes it so I do this or that better. And purchased spells are never exactly what I want. They always have weird names, which I don't care for. And it's difficult to get something that is exactly what I want. I can make do with default spells, but that's always the point. I'm always making do with default spells in an Elder Scrolls game. And after 2 games of being able to make my own spells and do whatever I want with them, suddenly having that completely taken away, and the fact that I really dislike spells in Skyrim, really, I mean, God, I wouldn't even be a mage if it wasn't for you guys voting for it. So those 2 features combined make it just, ugh. I hope that explains it a little bit.
Still, you persist. Very well. You may
I need to see what the other rewards will be, Permeus. Hello, Augur.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. But those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. Indeed. And so you have come looking, though you do not know why. Like others before you, you blindly follow a path to your own destruction. The Thalmor came seeking answers as well, unaware they will be his undoing. Your path now follows his, though you will arrive too late. No, though you may be the last, the one who calls himself Ancano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
Tall, it would take a few $100 bagrillion for me to... I'm just kidding. I have no great desire to do a System Shock 2 roleplay, especially since I know the next game I'm going to be roleplaying after Oblivion. As far as what Doctor Who is a television show.
You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
Titans, I don't care if anybody else cares. I'd love to hear your rough outline. Please tell me. Oh, I keep muting myself because I'm crunching some goldfish. Quick story. I've always loved goldfish. I had to actually give up goldfish for a while because of the throat issues I was having for several years there that were being caused by my kidney stones. So, these, I had to give them up for a while. So, this is the first time I've been able to eat them in a long time. Dad bought these for me. He used to buy me a thing of goldfish just as kind of like a treat, and it kind of became a tradition. So, he wanted to continue the tradition. I just thought I'd share that. Well, I'd love to hold up my Canada Dry if I frickin' had any. I'm actually really pissed off about that still. They have stopped carrying my Canada Dry around here. I have to make do with this local generic crap, which, make fun if you want, but it genuinely tastes different. And by different, I mean worse. I put up with it because I have to have carbonated liquid. Still, to this day. Can't drink just water. So... Yes, you can, Baronessa, but only after you finish the quest line. Yep, pretty much, Samurai. I'm still pissed off about it, like I said. I still get angry over it. Whatever. Anyways. Oblivion. Perrier. That is what I'm drinking, Jobbin. Here, look. I don't know if you can read this. It's super sparkling seltzer water. That's what this is. It's swill. Anyways. No root beer floats. Can't do the sugar. Can't do sugar drinks anymore. Haven't been able to for a while. Look at that health train. Oh yeah, that's a nice spell. I also like my mages to have dots instead of nukes. Or channels. Perrier is overpriced. I knew there was something else I wanted to say there. Perrier is overpriced, that's why I don't do that. If I'm diabetic, I'm unaware of it. Which means I'm not. I know diabetic quite a bit. Quite a bit about diabetes, excuse me. And the various types of diabetes. Ah. I used to think I had high blood pressure, and then I realized I was just stressed. So who wants to hear about the Sigic Order in a moment?
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Really? And what might that be? I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it. And how do you know of this? Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this. I certainly do. Since you went so far as to seek out the Augur for advice, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic. Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
I was about to start talking, but now I'm going to read Titan's thing. Oh god, here. You didn't see me when I first found out that they canceled it, Samurai. I was not happy. Damn it. So, real quick, and I mean real quick, in response to Wrath's question earlier, Spellcraft, anytime you add customization to a game, it gives the player the ability, the option, of being overpowered. There's no getting around that. This is true for any game ever. Any game you add alternate leveling, it gives you the option of becoming overpowered. I stress option, because you don't have to do that. And as long as the game is not designed around that kind of thing, FF10, I'm looking at you, then you don't have to do that super crazy stuff to become super powerful. So while the answer is technically yes, I don't think that's a bad thing, because blacksmithing is just as overpowered, and so is enchanting, and so is alchemy, etc. Titan, here's a vague idea to toss at you after reading your thing. What about an idea that you kind of lead it, the witch keeps giving her prince this information about her past that makes her look more sympathetic to him. But and I'm not going to give you any details because that's not the point. This is your story. But it turns out that as she's getting this, and she becomes more and more sympathetic, and you get the idea that she has already gone down the dark path. She is now leading him on. He realizes towards the end that in fact that is correct, Shadow. It's fun. And if you want to, you can, but there's a reason there's such a thing as no Magicite runs. I've done this on the stream. But, and no Materia runs. But as he gets to a certain point where he realizes that everything that she has been telling him has been true, it's just been from her perspective, which is warped by her own sense of ethics and morality. A kind of thing where, you did this horrible thing to me, and this horrible thing is something that isn't actually horrible. And so she is blowing it way out of proportion and doing these horrible things and genuinely thinks she's justified. It isn't. And yeah, I agree with Javan, both as a game designer and as a player. Let's talk about the Psijic Order real quick. The Psijic Order is best defined as the original Mages Guild. It was a group of monks of the best archmages of the time, which was quite a while ago. And second era or first era, I actually don't remember. I'd have to look it up. Anyways, it has been a long, long time ago. By the way, I don't drink soda. I drink carbonated water. Hence my Canada Dry thing. The Psijics were made of some of the best archmages of the era. Got together and started doing their thing. They initially were basically advisors to the rulers of the time, and were very well positioned for that. Basically gave rise to the idea of there being a mage advisor position, which in the modern era, even in Skyrim, a place that doesn't like magic, is so commonplace that that it's considered expected that the Jarls do have a court mage. So after a while, the Psijics kind of got more and more disconnected with the world around them and started to become more and more interested in a broader scope, I think is the best way to put it. The idea that instead of helping a person or a city, they were trying to help a country. And then over time, they were trying to help the continent. And then over time, they were trying to help the world. And then the plane, and then all the planes. And they just kind of kept expanding their perspective upward, and up, right? Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is debatable, but there's no denying that most of the Psijic Order come across as very the Order of the Jedi. And I mean that as an insult. I really do. The idea that they want to just hands off everything, except for the things that are worthy of their attention, basically, is kind of how it comes across as. And so they tend to have a very hands-off approach in doing everything. That's as recently as about 3 centuries ago. In between Oblivion and Skyrim, there was an incident, I believe it's called to the Fall, or the Nightfall, or the Night's Song, something like that. I can't remember the exact thing. And what happened, we don't actually know still to this day what actually happened, and it's another one of those mysteries in Elder Scrolls I'd like solved. Basically, 2 of the moons went away. Gone. 2 of the moons were no longer in the sky around the world. And nobody's entirely sure what happened or why, like I just said. A little bit later, several years later, they... well, okay. The reason this is relevant to the Psijic, I'll just go ahead and summarize, is the Psijic Order vanished right about when that event happened. In other words, they always had an actual physical location and presence on Tamriel until that event, and now they don't, and haven't since, all the way up until Skyrim here. Skyrim, the game, I should say. So, they, I should say, probably had something to do with that given the timing, or were affected by it, but I would say they probably had something to do with it. We don't know what made the moons come back. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Baroness. We don't know what made the moons come back. The Thalmor claimed... It is similar, Rory, yes. The Thalmor claimed that they brought the moons back. That is almost assuredly not true, but it gave them a huge political advantage because a lot of people believed the Thalmor did actually bring the moons back. Oh, and by the way, the Thalmor also claimed that they were the ones responsible for stopping the Oblivion Crisis, and not, you know, the champion of Cyrodiil and Martin. In case anyone's wondering why the Thalmor gained such a massive amount of political and popular support to be able to form the Aldmeri Dominion again. Yeah, so, as I was saying, now the Psijic Order has basically done nothing since their vanishing until now. This is the first time they've actually poked their head into the world at all, which should tell you, which is intended, it's kind of funny, it's intended as a way to emphasize just how big of a deal this Eye of Mundus is. By the way, for those of you not aware, Mundus refers to this plane of existence, basically. You know, the world, or rather, the entire plane. It depends on how you define it. Point being, I feel like the storytelling is honestly kind of lacking a little bit here, because, you know, they do this thing which normally would work really well and would actually make it so that you know, oh my god, you know, the Psijic Order! Holy crap! Except nobody knew what the hell the Psijic Order was unless they were big lore hounds like myself, so it's more like, who are these people? You know, it doesn't have the impact it should have. But if you did pay attention to the lore and really into it, it's like, oh my god, what the hell are they doing here, you know? Oh, Eye of Magnus, my bad. I swore it was the Eye of Mundus. Oh well, doesn't matter. Either way, yes, I've commented on FF15 about, what, 80,000 billion times at this point. So, yes, Titans, you are actually correct. This is the third Aldmeri Dominion. There, as with several real-life organizations and fictional ones, there hasn't just been one Aldmeri Dominion. There was one, and then it kind of collapsed, and then there was one, it kind of got conquered, and then there's this one, which was founded basically by the Thalmor right after Oblivion ended, basically. Makes you wonder what would have happened with the Thalmor if the champion of Cyrodiil, aka the main character in Oblivion, hadn't become Sheogorath. Ah, damn it, Maraid, I knew it.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
Of course not. Now tell me where the staff is or I will kill you.
Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
Yeah, I know, Magnus. And Magnus, wow, God, I'm just losing words. It's too hot in here. You're right, Wrath. One of the things I've always felt about Elder Scrolls is a lot of their lore, they deliberately take the feel of mythos. And if you pay attention to most mythos don't actually make sense, especially not literally. But Elder Scrolls has always been such a very literal world, and there's literal explanations for most of the things that happen in it. And yet, they give these fantastical explanations for things like we're supposed to accept that and just be like, oh, that's definitely what happened, you know? It's ridiculous. Favorite Daedric Lord? I don't like any of them, to be totally honest with you. I'll just cheat and say Sheogorath because it's me. So, oh, I think my sister's home. Hi.
So, I need you to confirm something.
Nope, you have to come here.
No, you have to confirm something.
Come here, check it out. See, I got this thing where I'm in the box, see? See, it's right there at the edges?
Yeah.
And I got the roleplay thing right here, too. Cool, huh?
Uh-huh.
Alright, what am I confirming?
I'm in front of Skyrim.
Yeah, so am I. Skyrim. But roleplay! Because everyone can tell that's Skyrim, but you couldn't tell what this word is unless you had it in front.
Cold.
Favorite Divine? The Divines don't do anything.
So, the question is...
I guess I'll go with Talos.
Hi, Omni. Hi, Bragwin. Hi, Bandit. The question is, I get better eventually, right? Hi, Wrath. Hi. Hi.
Okay, I know all this. We all know all this. We're just gonna zip through this.
Hi, Javin.
We have to go to some ruins no one's ever come back from, and of course
Hi,
we'll
Yellow.
be fine in going there. I really need to enchant my gear and get lots
Hi,
of
Skyrim.
Ads Magica regen gear going.
Hi, another thing that I don't know.
Titans?
Hi, no, I know Titans. Hi, something I can't read.
Chatter, maybe?
No, that's Chatterbox, isn't it?
Yeah, Chatterbox.
Hi, Chatterbox. You were the
1991.
first one I couldn't read. No, the other one I can't read is below that.
There she is. Hi, Serena. My pet vampire.
You're.
I'm just kidding. What?
Don't keep vampires for pets. Are you
I'm
going
a
to answer
vampire,
my
too.
question?
I don't actually understand your question.
That's okay. It's the only context you're getting. I get better, right?
Ah. Yes, you do.
Marshall, Magus says I do get better.
You know what? Just for you, sis. Hang on, we got a quick save real quick.
You gotta leap off.
Sorta.
Yay!
Just for you. Just gotta do it properly. Oh, is that Dad? Timing!
Hi, Dad.
Whoa, shoot. No, yeah, what do you...